So when to use excited and when to use exciting. First, let's look at the verb excite and its 4 verb forms. So we have excite, excited, excited, and exciting. We have the base verb, excite, the past tense, excited, the past participle, excited. You can see these two are the same. Often the past and the past participle are the same. And the present participle, exciting. All right, so first a sentence using excite as a verb. Lady Gaga always excites the crowd. So here we're using the base verb form, verb 1, and we're putting an S because Lady Gaga is a she, and the she, he, it rule says that we put an S at the end of verbs in the present tense, the base form verb. So excites. Now, here's the question that I see a mistake all the time. People using excited and exciting incorrectly. Let's look at the next sentence. That was an exciting game. Okay, here we have the present participle, or verb 4, being used as an adjective. Exciting game. It talks about game. Exciting talks about game. Now, when you use the verb 4, well, first, so these are verb forms, and even though this is being used as an adjective to talk about game, it still has some verbiness in it. It still has some activity in it. And when it's used as an adjective, it takes that activity and does the activity. It does it. The game is exciting. The action of excite is being done. In this case, it's being done to you. When you watch the game, the excitement of the game, the exciting game is making you feel excited. Let's look at the next sentence. That might help clear it up. My son was excited on Christmas Eve. Okay, excited. Now here we have the past participle form. When we use the past participle form, the action, even though it's not being used as a verb, it's being used as an adjective describing son. The verbness of it, the activity of it, is being done to the noun that it's describing. Here, the noun is doing it. It is exciting you. Here, when you use the verb 3, the action is being done to the noun that it's describing. My son is excited. The excite verb energy is working its energy on him. He feels excited. Now, if you switched them and said an excited game, that would mean that the game was feeling excited, which can't happen. And if you said my son was exciting, that means he was making me excited. He was using the energy to make me excited, which might work, but he was the one that was feeling excited on Christmas Eve. Let's look at some other verb forms being used as adjectives to even get a clearer view of this. So, interest. Let's look at the verb interest and its 4 forms. Interest, the base form. Interested, past form. Interested, the past participle form. Interesting, the present participle form. Okay, the first sentence, interest is being used as a verb. Science interests me. Okay? Next, that is an interesting idea. Here, interesting, the present participle form, is used as an adjective talking about idea. Now remember, it's a verb form. It's not being used as a verb, but it's a verb form. And as such, it still has some energy in it. It still has some action. And it's using that action to make the idea is using the action. The noun that is being described is using the action of the verb form to interest me. It's using it to interest me. Whereas in the next example, I am interested in politics. We're using the past participle form, and it's describing I, and it's using its energy that it still has. It's not a verb, but it's a verb form. It's using that to use its energy on me to make me interested. It's using its energy on the noun that it's describing. In this case, the subject I, or the pronoun. Okay, another example. Disgust. And it's 4 verb forms. Disgust, base form. Disgusted, past tense. Disgusted, past participle. Disgusting, present participle. In the first sentence, bugs disgust me. Disgust is when they make you feel sick to your stomach. They make you feel ill. Ugh. Next, rotten fish is disgusting. So here we go. We have the present participle being used as an adjective describing rotten fish. And it's still using its activity, its energy. So the rotten fish is using the energy, is disgusting people, me and other people. It's disgusting us, right? It's making us feel sick. Okay, next one. I am disgusted. Disgusted, here we go. That's the past participle form. I am disgusted by racists. People who genuinely, now this term gets misused a lot, but people who genuinely hate other people because of how they're born or what they look like. When I see people doing that, it makes me feel sick to my stomach. So in that case, disgusted makes me feel, right? I am disgusted. So here this is talking about I, disgusted is talking about I, and it's using its energy, making the subject, what it's talking about, feel ugh. Another example. Freeze. Okay, the verb is freeze. The 4 forms. The simple form freeze. Past froze. Past participle frozen. Present participle freezing. Okay, here we go. First sentence being used as a verb. Water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius. There it's used as a verb. Now as adjectives. Grew from Despicable Me, you know, the guy, the supervillain who turns into a hero, anyway. Grew from Despicable Me uses a freezing ray. Now here we go. Freezing, the present participle form, uses its energy on something else. In this case, the freezing ray freezes someone. It makes them freeze. I don't like frozen food. Now here we have the past participle. This is using its energy on, as an adjective, using its energy on the noun that it's describing. So, frozen food. The food that it's describing is frozen. One more example. Last example. The verb scare in its 4 forms. Scare. Scared is the past. Scared is the past participle. Scaring is the present participle. Let's look at it in the verb, used as a verb. You scare me. Okay? So here it is a verb. And now as an adjective. However, with this one, with some words, the adjective form that shows the action is different than the present participle. So the present participle is scaring, which is used with continuous tenses, or as a noun, as a gerund, we'd use scaring. But for an adjective form, it changes into scary. So, look, a scary monster. A scary monster. So here we go. Scary talks about monster, and it shows that the monster is using the energy to scare other people. So Next, the past participle as an adjective. The girl was like a scared mouse. So here, scared talks about mouse, and it's showing the action being done to the noun that it's describing. So you can imagine the woman, whatever girl this is talking about, being scared, acting like a scared mouse. The scare is being used on her. She is scared. Okay, hopefully this cleared up a topic. I hear a lot of times where people will say, I am exciting. Tomorrow we will go on a holiday. Or they'll say, oh, a scared monster. And they don't use it properly. So I thought this would be a way to clear that up, how the adjective forms are used, the adjective forms of adjective verb forms. Hopefully this helped you. If you liked this video, please click the like button. Subscribe to this channel if you have not. This is Whiteboard Gurus. Leave comments or questions in the comments box below, and share this video if you know anyone who you think would benefit from it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.